Hey YouTube, this is Quentin. I'm back with a brief review and my thoughts on the iPhone 6 Plus. Really like it. I've been waiting for a while for a big iPhone. I've always liked iOS and how it operated, but I couldn't get used to the smaller screens, especially after using the big Android phones. So finally, I have they have a 5.5 version, the iPhone 6 Plus, which I'm sure you've seen a lot of reviews on already. I'll just give you my thoughts on it, just a quick little review of it. Like I said, I really like it. I like the form factor. It's kind of thin. I haven't had any problems with bending, but I don't have tight jeans. I don't really keep it in my pocket and anything sitting down. Sometimes I do, but like I said, my jeans are not really tight. And if they are, I'll just take it out of my pocket. But And I always have a case on it too. And I've heard that helps. So I haven't had any issues with it bending. One of the things I've always liked about the newer iPhones is the Touch ID. One of my really favorite things because I normally don't put any security on my phones, a password, which I should, but this at least gives me some protection, using your fingerprint. And plus it's pretty accurate and neat. It works a lot better excuse me, than the S5 fingerprint scanner. Anyway, I mean, it's not really a whole lot to say about the iPhone. It's just an iPhone. I mean, it's rows of icons. One negative I can say about the 6 Plus is that for some reason it just doesn't seem like the iOS 8 or 8.1 now is the latest update. Even with 8.1, it's not optimized for this screen or something because it's not as fluid as you're normally seeing an iPhone. At least not from my experience. And the screen rotates, of course, and see how it's kind of. And maybe I'm being too picky, but I'm used to an iPhone just kind of flowing. And every once in a while, like just then, excuse me, it flowed, but it doesn't do that all the time. It's real inconsistent. And like in the music app, when you turn it in landscape mode, it has all your albums, and when you scroll through it, they don't have cover flow anymore. They got this new interface, and see how it started off really kind of jerky, and then it finally just caught up. Now it's smooth, But that's I don't know. That's just something I've noticed in iOS 8 or 8.1, and see, it's kind of jerky right there. See, and that's something you used to see in old Android phones. So that's kind of disappointing. And I know a lot of people have really complained about it. It doesn't bother me that bad, but I really wish they would clean it up if they can. It could be that maybe it's just the hardware is not. I mean, maybe it's just too much for this with this big screen. But I don't know. Hopefully they'll put out some more updates. I mean, it does run pretty decent, but it's not like iOS used to be, just really buttery smooth. In some areas it is real buttery smooth, but in some areas it's not. And that's just not something I'm used to in iOS. But anyway, one of the things I really like about the iPhone 6 Plus is the battery life. It is excellent. I mean, excellent. I'm not a massive user. I mean, I can get through the day just using heavy. I'll get through the whole day. And if I'm just using it casually, every once in a while, I can get through a couple of days. And like I said, I'm not a heavy user. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. But the battery's excellent. It takes a while to charge sometimes, but I mean it'll last. I mean for a really really long time, and that's one of the big things I like about it. I also like the screen. The screen's really nice. It's a 1080p screen, and it looks good. It looks really good. And it's just a lot of other things, just minor things, just personally that I like. I've always liked about iOS. I mean, I like iTunes. A lot of people can't stand iTunes, but I like it. And I just like how it's integrated, and you have all your music. And another thing is the double tap to minimize the screen. That's real nice. And that's something that I didn't think I would like that much. But I actually find myself really, really liking that, really helping. And you see that? See, it just drops some frames in. It's kind of jerky. But that's what I'm talking about. I don't know. It's not the same. iOS is just, I don't know. And that's kind of that's a negative. I don't know what. Hopefully they fix that. But the music application, and I like to listen to the music, works really, really good. I mean, you got it has an equalizer now. Let me see. I can find it. I think sounds. No, Birdie. That's my cat. Excuse my cat. Anyway, this is they have like a, oh, here it is, music. You have like an EQ now, so you can have a different selection. And I don't know, I'm kind of behind a lot of this. They may have had this already since the new change in the UI. You know, when they switched it all the way over to iOS 7, I think was when they totally changed the UI. But I'm just now noticing this, and I really like it. So I have it on Treble Booster right now, and I just bought some Beats Studio wireless headphones, and they sound awesome with this phone. But that's something I really enjoy about this phone. The battery life, the music, you know, and then it's just pretty much everything works. I mean, I don't have any forced closes. It just doesn't, it's just not as fluid as you're used to seeing iOS. It's set up to use Apple Pay. I haven't actually tried it, but that'll be pretty neat. I've used Google Wallet on occasion, you know, but not that much. So I might try out Apple Pay, you know. So that's something I'm looking forward to with using the NFC. But overall, I like the iPhone 6 Plus. I like it a lot. Other than just the way iOS is kind of operating now. That's the only probably negative I have about it. But other than that, I really, really like it. I mean, if they clean that up, it'll be, one of my favorite phones. I always like how you can change the wallpaper. And, then it just looks really, Apple really does a good job with their screen, the IPS screen technology. The wallpapers just look so good and nice and clear. Anyway, the Nexus 6 is coming out, so look for some comparisons of that. That's the phone that's my ultimate phone right there. Ultimate geek phone, Nexus. But anyway, not to go off on a tangent. But like I said, just giving my thoughts on the iPhone 6 Plus. I like it. It's 128 gigabyte one I have, which is a lot, but I can get all my movies and music on it. I mean, other than the iOS not working as well as far as fluidity and a few drop frames here and there, I really like and enjoy this phone. I think you would too. So, excuse me. Some people prefer the iPhone 6. They say it runs better, but I played with an AT&T store and it had some drop frames also. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it may have not been updated either. But anyway, it's neat. You got your your new notification, your drop down where it pulls down, and you can see all your notifications. If you have anything scheduled, you can see that. You can swipe up, and you have your different quick settings, quick toggles, just like Android. Except they're doing it like their style, Apple style. But your flashlight, your calculator, like so, and I really like that. That's kind of cool. But you can see it. Some of the animations are pretty cool. See how it kind of zoomed out like so. I like that. So it doesn't drop or jitter every time, but it does. So that's an issue. But anyway, I don't want to really go on about that. Anyway, this is just a quick review. It's kind of turning into a little long review because I'm just rambling. But about the iPhone 6 Plus, I really like it. Also, the camera, I'm not a big camera guy, but just like all iPhones, it's real easy to use. You just point and click, and you can get a really good picture, especially with the optical image stabilization in the camera. And low light picture taking is really good too. Anyway, that's just a quick review of the iPhone 6 Plus. I like it, love it. I would recommend it if you can afford it. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.